shadows lost in the dark, deep inside dreams of life. Like you don't ever made it this far. Still I like to tell this tale. Still with me around my burdens. Will this fight be the final chapter? I do not. 切り裂く光赤く螺旋を抱いて待ち焦がれた無限の見込まれて永遠のうち懐かしい闇よ崩れ触ってそして人となりで約束した戦いのその先を巡ろう因果に消えない罰を巡り来たる蘇る時が切り裂く光赤く終われない命ほどけない草に無数の世界食らいつく影連れて輪廻の終わりへ chill with Kleenex. It mixes wiping down your feelings. Need a shower that's sticky, and I thought I would say it, but
Nice.
He's gonna have to hold that. He can't, can't fight me on that now.
All righty, and let me hit the record in 3, 2, 1. And let me make sure. Oh, last but not least, go live on Instagram for the first 15 minutes. Let me. This guy.
The genuine.
I'm eating a carrot. I'm eating a carrot.
You're eating a carrot?
I'm eating a carrot. That's the sound I make.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna meet the carrot. I'm like, oh, Carrot Top?
Carrot? No, nothing. No.
I never heard of that guy until after I saw The Hangover. That's how bad it was. That's how bad.
Shows my age.
Oh no.
No, well, George Lopez too.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was in it for
Yeah, George
one.
Lopez, yeah.
Alrighty, we are currently live on everything. For those that are watching over on Instagram, you're only going to get the first 15 minutes of the podcast. You're gonna you're gonna tap that red square that you see when you're watching this on Instagram Live. That'll take you to the YouTube channel to where you can continue to watch the podcast from there. So, without further ado, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, gamers, fellow gamers out there. I'm your host, Silverback Senpai. This is episode 201 of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. This is the Call of Duty cast episode. So we're going to be talking a lot about Call of Duty, and it won't be done by myself. I also have 2 returning guests, and my co-host right across the table from me is none other than ButterPunch.
Yo. Call of Duty's lit as fuck. Fucking.
David.
Yo. I don't know if it's still lit as fuck, but it used to be lit. We'll talk about it, right?
And returning is none other than Chris Valdi.
I will say, maybe so. We shall see. Okay.
Okay.
I'm good. It's great to be here. I love this.
Glad to have you guys back on the podcast again. And yeah, for this episode, we're going to be talking a lot about Call of Duty. And for the opener, I do want to also ask everyone here on the table, what are your current thoughts and impressions of the latest Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 trailer? So we're going to start off with you, Chris.
I guess I would have to say bringing it over to the other side of the Pacific is going to be an interesting take as well. But what I should primarily say is bringing in the actor, like one of these actors from Hollywood. He's one of the great names that's, he's bringing it in for himself, and he wants to explore, and especially bringing it back from his childhood, because I know that guy played a video game or two back in his day. You can't deny that.
True.
So what I do have to say is it's going to be competing. At least I would have to say, competing, and it's a long shot.
Okay.
Graybeard, what about you?
I mean, just going solely based off the trailers. I'm always a shill for the Modern Warfare storylines. So I'm excited to see what happens. Soap is my favorite Call of Duty character across the board, whether from the OG Modern Warfares or the new one. So I'm still peeved. They killed him in Modern Warfare 3, so I'm curious to see the revenge that Price is going to embark on. But I do love what you said about them going on the other side, and we start seeing some more soldiers and some different teams.
Okay.
No, but especially bringing it to South Korea, which I know is, as the country itself, is very, very military. They're very military. They're very strict on the policies of the younger generation. When they come of age, they go into the military. They have to. Yeah. They're required, which I do respect. And bringing that and introducing it to a video game that has been very critically acclaimed by from multiple projects that they've worked on. I think that it's a good take that they're putting into it.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Okay.
I agree. It's a new take on things that I'm curious about.
Okay. Butters, what about you?
I love that it's coming to the Nintendo Switch. I love that because I'm a big shill. I'm a big shill of the gyro aiming and the mouse function. If we get one of those, we're gonna have a great time. Outside of just the Nintendo Switch idea, right? I think it's pretty cool that like we're doing a whole new storyline that's just not following the original Modern Warfare's, because they kind of just do a remix of the storylines we had from 1, 2, and 3. 4 is now it's like, okay, this is its own thing after the fact of everything of what they've written before. So it's original, and I'm excited to try that out. And having a new perspective of like other military officers in South Korea is going to be interesting, because I don't think we've ever had that. We've had people in space. We've had people in World War II. We had people in the future. But now we never just had anybody like it just in a different country in general, besides like, World War. So I'm excited for that.
Okay. And as for me, I'm very interested in this game. I'm very interested in it up until I played the open beta when that drops towards the end of August.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the setting that we're going, where it's in South Korea. And knowing South Korea and North Korea, there's always tension between those two countries. So that's going to play a dynamic into it. And again, as you said, it's in a different setting. And I believe, I don't know if you said it or he said it, but it's now continuing the story of something completely new, because this is something new that everyone has never experienced. Because as you said, Butters, we've experienced World War II, we've experienced in space, futuristic, the modern style. Now we're going towards the Korean part of the world, and that brings a whole new element to the story of Call of Duty. And I think the biggest compelling thing that they left after when you saw the initial trailer is there could be like tension or conflict between Price and Ghost, who are two allies that, used to work together. And now we see them about to turn on each other or, battle each other. So that brings more to the story. Like, okay, what's going to happen here?
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to say that this is going to be the first Call of Duty game that's not going to be on last gen. This is
I agree.
Yeah, it's not going to be on last gen, meaning it's not going to be on PS4. It's not going to be on Xbox One, because previous Call of Duties have always been on previous gen, because they don't want to leave those players out, because a lot of people haven't gotten a PS5 or X Series yet. And if they still haven't gotten it, well, it's expensive now. But now with this new one, we actually see the graphical enhancements. Like, okay, now we see what it can really look like when you leave last gen alone. Like, all right, let's leave the PS4 and the Xbox One in the past. Let's focus towards the future and just go with it. And now we're seeing that. I also saw gameplay of like the multiplayer, and if you're familiar with Modern Warfare 2019, like you're gonna feel right at home with this one, but with some new elements added into the game as well. So I'm waiting for that open beta to try it out myself, and I ain't gonna lie, I may not have those quick skills like I did back in previous Call of Duties, especially with Modern Warfare 2019, and then of course Modern Warfare 2. I may not have that skill like I had back then, but I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try.
No, I feel the same way. Like, I'm excited for it. Just we're gonna have to see when it comes out with the beta. I know the first beta isn't on the Switch too, so I'm not gonna be on there, but I'll be on the other one.
Bet.
I will have to say in response, Modern Warfare 2019, I would have to say from the reboots has been my favorite, because they started off strong.
Yep.
They started off good. It's from the reboots. And if we're going to classic, I'm going to say this straightforward. Black Ops.
If we're talking about classics, I gotta say Modern Warfare 2.
Okay. Modern Warfare 2. Yes. I grew up on Modern Warfare 2. That was every day after school, me and my brother And a quick scope, no scope with the interventions. That's it. That's all that's all it was. Every single day.
I need to have a picture of Rust like just on a frame because the amount of times I would just be there, bro. The amount of times you would go to school and they would talk shit saying like, yeah, you can't beat me on a 1v1. And then you like 7 hours later, you pull up with your fucking Xbox 360 mic and you're like, run the set, pussy. And you gotta run the set and intervention in Rust.
Oh my god.
Let me ask you guys this. So now that they are bringing back, now that they're trying to patch up the servers for Black Ops 1 and 2, what do you guys think is going to happen for more on the nostalgic side? Like, do you think people are going to try bringing back old microphones just to relive the nostalgia?
I believe so.
Because that was the only thing. That was the only thing on Xbox 360 that actually made it extremely funny.
Yeah.
Just a beat up old mic.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because we didn't have, the microphones that we have today, and it was in very early stages when it came to like gaming headsets. Because we never had Astros, Turtle Beaches, like prior to Modern Warfare 2. I think after Modern Warfare 2, we started seeing the rise of these gaming headsets coming out. That's going to give you better audio, better mic audio when you're talking to people, whatnot. Because a lot of gamers, if you're gaming on the Xbox 360, you got that Xbox 360 headset that you would get bundled if you got the controller and the headset. And it's the one headset that had like you had like one ear in, and then it was like you had the little dongle like hanging off. It's not like a cup, but you had
It was like a little stick.
yeah,
Like a
yeah,
little
yeah.
stick.
It was literally just this, the mic, and just this over your head, and that was it. Like a lot of people had just that, and then of course on PlayStation, since you could use any Bluetooth device, you would have people that would have like their cell phone Bluetooth devices sync to the PS3, and then they would just talk with that.
Yes. Oh my God. I remember those. The Bluetooth. It was.
Do you remember when they did the I don't remember which one of the Call of Duties, but they released the throat mic?
Yes, I
And
remember
you could put
those.
it on, and they wanted to give you that immersion, and you could like squeeze the button on the throat and then talk, and it would pick it up. The sound was horrible. Anybody who was using it, you sounded like trash, but it was fun. I like the idea of it, but
I think that could be their way of like doing that.
Yeah.
Like they bring their own like custom like headset that's Call of Duty based, and it's the worst thing you've ever heard, but it's the one that gets that vibe going.
What about the microphone that you would have to like connect over to your ear? Like it was one of those oh my God, it was one of those collar mics that you would see your dad wearing like if he was on a business call with his BlackBerry, you know?
Yeah, I know
Oh
what you're
my God,
talking
yeah.
about. Yeah,
You know what I'm
it's
talking
a
about.
wired one, and he had like the little mic right there. Is that the one you were talking about?
No, it was wireless. It was completely wireless.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember that one.
Oh no.
Oh, is it
It
like
would-
literally like it hooks and it's just like a little
Yeah,
little
it hooks
thing?
to hooks to the back of your ear, and it just has like this little pad of
Think
for
of like
the speaker.
2005
Yes.
like movie actors who are like they talking into the headset, but it's like this little pill looking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Xbox.
it's like an earbud but thicker.
Xbox released their first wireless headset. Was that it was a
Yeah.
little thing you clicked behind your ears.
Yeah.
There was no wires. Yeah, you're right, and it stuck out. Yeah. I remember. He's right. Yeah.
It looked great. Looked like they were advancing in technology, but still had the same shitty mic as it is with the
Yes.
bundle.
It was crap. It was crap.
I still sounded the same, but you know what? I will credit Microsoft for that because it was funny. It made it very, very funny.
Yeah, it was practically a standard. Like if you owned an Xbox 360, you had to have that. You had to get one of those wireless microphones because that way you could sound a lot better than the dongle headset that they would bundle you with and whatnot. And it's like, as you said, they both sounded terrible either way. It's just the fact that at that time, I believe we were not getting like these name brand headsets like your Astros, your Turtle Beaches, and whatnot. We didn't start getting those until a little bit later, and
Yeah.
once people started getting them, then we started hearing the difference. Like people are starting to sound a lot clearer. People could actually hear footsteps if they can on their headset and whatnot, and we would be thinking that how did this person hear me or whatnot? Like I was literally creeping or whatnot, and they just heard me coming from the other corner, like. Good times.
But I,
Oh, no, they were
I
great
feel like
games.
we all had that one friend who every time he'd get on the game, his mic would sound like, "Hey, boys, what's going on? You got to get me?"
That or he's like breathing too hard on the mic. I'm just like, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was practically putting the mic in his mouth, and he was going like.
Bro, the one that pissed me off is that they would have a hot ass room, so we would hear the fan while they're fucking doing their game. And like, I'm like, yo, who's got their fucking fan on?
And then
Like,
they wouldn't
bro,
say
my shit's
anything.
hot.
Nah, I love the ones you would say it. They wouldn't say anything, and their mic would just go mute. You're like,
Oh yeah.
I know who it is now.
Bro, that shit, that would get me so hot, bro. That ass.
True.
But going on to the headsets, like an advancement in headsets from Astros and Turtle Beaches. So in the early stages when Turtle Beaches was releasing their headsets, let me tell you something. I was a kid and I didn't understand a thing about this headset because there were so many cables that had to go into it.
Oh my god, yeah.
And even one had an AC connector, and I'm like, what is this? How do I do
Where
this?
am I supposed to put it?
Where am I supposed to put it? Because it's not displayed anywhere.
No, yeah, I remember like having my PS3 or 360, and they had like so many cables for the headset because it was specifically to connect to the console. And it was such a pain in the ass. And I think once the PS4 came around, that's when you could like start plugging into the controller. Mine is the 360, right? But like the PS4 had like an easy USB where you could just plug in a regular wired headset, and you could hear the game and talk if you wanted to. And I love that, like, that was the advancement. Like, everything was built into the controller.
Oh my god.
I remember, I think the first Bluetooth headset I got was when, I don't know if you remember on PS3 when SOCOM Confrontation came out.
I remember.
They released
does,
a
he does.
bundle
Yeah, I got that.
came with the official Sony Bluetooth headset.
I got it.
Yeah, and it was so cool. So it was just like what he said. It was an old school Bluetooth headset. So you clipped it behind your ear and it came out and you could talk. It hurt after a while. It wasn't the most comfortable headset.
Oh, it definitely wasn't.
But it was a decent price with the bundle, and it was compared to what Xbox had at the time, it was a really good headset.
Oh, yeah.
The sound quality was good, you could hear, and not to bring up Metal Gear, but Kojima did a really unique thing where there was a setting you could turn on in Guns of the Patriots, where whenever you would do codec or get the codec calls, it would come through the headset.
Oh.
So it was a little bit more immersive. So you'd be playing and Otacon would come into your ear, Snake, and it was so cool. I thought it was one of the coolest uses I've seen of those Bluetooth headsets back in the day.
Ooh.
I feel a little bit that, well, I didn't get it personally, but when I did see it, it like you said, it looked extremely uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable. It hurt my ear. I give you a clean hour, and then I'm sorry, boys, I got to get off the headset, man. I can't. My ear hole would hurt.
Oh, yeah.
I know all of us would remember this noise when you're listening to someone on a headset or whatnot.
Oh yeah, I'm very familiar with that.
Bro.
Hey,
Or wait. What about the Vanos crew with the voice messages?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
yep.
Bro, no, I
Yep.
learned all my slurs from Call of Duty, bro. Deadass.
Yo,
Oh,
Yep.
the fire alarm.
Oh
Fire
man, I think one of the worst like slurs ever got thrown at me was in on Xbox with Gears. I hopped into the game and I was like, "Hey boys, what's up? Let's GGs, let's get it." And one dude was like, "Yo, Phil," and he's like, "Yo, what's up, Mike?" And he's like, "Oh, that's that nigga that was on the TV. He the one that stole the Xbox from Best Buy. What you doing here, boy?" And I was like, "What? Why? Why did I have to steal the Xbox?" But it was fun, man. It was fun. Those old school headset days was awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those moments that you definitely have to be there for, especially during the peak of Call of Duty, like from Modern Warfare 2 to, I would say, Black Ops 2. Like, that was a peak era of just PS3, Xbox 360 days where, like, if you got that game, it was mandatory to have a headset.
Yeah, you had to.
Mandatory.
100%.
Because if you're staying with family, you don't want them to hear all the chaos that's gonna happen on the screen or whatever. Like, let me put my headset on so that way all the game audio and the sounds will just come straight to my headset.
No, wait. Sorry.
Go
You got to
for it.
remember that when during that time, you were, I mean, pretty much at the budget that you had or with the bundle. even if it was Xbox or if it was PlayStation, most of those headsets would never put the sound. It was just for communication. It wasn't
Yeah.
for audio
Yeah.
from the game.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely you're right.
So
on
either
that.
way, you were fucked because your parents are gonna hear all of it.
Yeah.
They're gonna hear everything, and then they just come in at night and just say, "Shut the fuck up and go to sleep."
Oh yeah, definitely. Like especially during the Modern Warfare 2 era days. Like, yeah, you're definitely spot on with that because I had to figure out how to work like the audio and video cables of like my actual TV, and then have it to work with my headset, so that way I can have all the game audio sound in my headset, so that way I'm not waking up my roommates, next door or whatnot, because they would hear everything. And I would be gaming up until like 3-4 in the morning, and I'm playing Modern Warfare 2.
Respect.
Oh man, good times.
That was
Good
just
times.
weekends for me, man.
I don't know. These conversations always make me feel old. Is that weird?
Same.
It's not like this anymore, and I can honestly say I do miss. Though it comes back to the last topic from my last episode when I talked about the midnight releases. It's that whole energy around gaming during that time. You know what I mean? It was volatile, it was chaotic, but it was also fun and special. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Make me cry, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me cry a little bit. I'm gonna get a little weepish.
Yeah, it's not the same. I still love it now, but I just don't think it's the same. It's changed so much that I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same. I don't think I enjoy it as much now, which I still do, but compared to when we think of the nostalgia and how it was back then, it was just like gaming during simpler times.
Yeah.
Funny you should mention that. So, my last midnight release, granted, it was Arkham Knight, but
Nice.
Yeah.
the unfortunate part about it was that the GameStop that I went to, I drove past it today when I was on my way here, and I saw that it got replaced by a lady boutique.
Oh.
I lost my mind a little bit, and I felt a sense of loss for myself
Yeah.
as a kid, because I always went to midnight releases. I always tried my best to get the game that I wanted, and during that time, it was a
I
loss.
think what it is back then, it felt more of like a community. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because everything wasn't online, so you kind of had to go places and you saw people like the midnight releases. You'd go to the game shop. I used to hang out there. I was friends with the employees.
Same.
Customers would come in that were regulars. You would make friends with.
Yeah.
Guys would play together. It felt more like a community. Whereas now it's a little harder to do because everything is over the interwebs. You know what I mean?
Everything is over the internet, but I would have to say that in my experience, we did use technology. We were more prone to technology, but we also did try to use it mainly as a communications hub to meet up, not to stay on the entire time. Like, I blame Discord for that.
Oh, yeah.
I do. Personally, I like it, but also it detaches us from reality.
I feel that.
I agree.
No, yeah, I think definitely Discord's made a space where people are more inclined to stay on Discord than to see each other if we have the luxury that we do live near each other. But normally, like, if people do live near each other, people are going to be picking Discord more often than not. And I'm like, we could go to 10th Level Tavern to hang out or something. We could go to Flynn's.
I miss Call of Duty LAN parties.
I never had
miss
that
those.
luxury.
I only did it a few times. I only did it a few times because it was just starting to fade out. But when I got the opportunity to do it, I always told my friends, hey, we have to do this because we all know that somebody here is going to throw the controller and it's going to be the best thing we're ever going to do.
Oh yeah.
Nah, all I had was like 4-player like lobbies. That's like the best we got. I never got to experience LAN parties.
Yeah. Neither have I for Call of Duty. I just had the 4-player split screen for Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, and that was pretty much it for me because we didn't have like places to go to experience like those type of LAN parties, unfortunately. Halo, yes, but Call of Duty, nah. It sucks.
No, I
Well,
get that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
For me, even though I did start out with Halo, but Call of Duty funny enough, the first one that I started with, and granted, a lot of people are gonna disagree because I was way too young. I started with Call of Duty 3.
Nice.
Yeah, Call of Duty 3 was fun. It got a lot of shit, but it was fun.
I started with 3. I worked my way through World at War, Modern Warfare, and then when I got to MW2, I was hooked instantly, and I ended up buying every single Modern Warfare game I could get my hands on, or every Call of Duty game that ever came out. Well,
Well, that just went ahead and just answered the first topic of the question. It was, what game got you in the Call of Duty franchise, and how did it keep you invested for so long? And you pretty much just answered that.
it's Call of Duty 3. It gave me a sense of, well, just a tight grip on people. It gave me a tight grip on people. I was like, dude, you're gonna shoot me? Oh hell no, you missed.
Yeah.
I'm getting you.
That's true.
What about you, Graybeard? What game got you in the Call of Duty franchise, and how did it keep you invested for so long?
Oh, for me it was Modern Warfare 4. Like I've dabbled with Call of Duty before. Funny enough, I was always a Medal of Honor guy. I don't know if
Right.
you guys remember.
Oh
the
yeah,
OG
yeah.
Medal of
I
Honors.
love Medal of Honor.
Yeah, I was a Medal of Honor guy. I remember I was in Jamaica when I played Medal of Honor 1 on the PlayStation, and something was wrong with the disc, my disc drive on my PlayStation, so I used to have to turn my OG PlayStation upside down. So Medal of Honor, so that's the only game I did it with, so that game could play. But I remember when Modern Warfare 4 was announced, they came out with the beta. This was when betas was a new thing. It wasn't really like a big thing for shooters and stuff. And I remember calling my best friend Philip, and I'm like, hey, GameSpot had a thing where you could sign up and they would send you a code for the beta. And I got a code. So I said, hey, go on GameSpot.com, sign up and get this beta and let's just play it. We've never really played any Call of Duty before before those. So he was like, yeah, let's do it. And we loved that beta so much. And we made friends through that beta that loved it so much. I remember when the beta ended for that weekend, the game was like 3 months away from launch. We were so hooked, we would go sit in the empty server. So the beta was shut down and we would launch the beta and just sit in the room in a party and just talk about Call of Duty, the beta, and how fun it was and what we were gonna do. Well, that's how hooked we were, man. And yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 was the game that got me into Call. That was what made me like hardcore into first person shooters.
Okay.
Modern Warfare 4.
It had to be COD 4.
Call of Duty,
COD
yeah,
4,
COD
yeah.
COD 4.
Modern Warfare.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. No,
Yeah,
it confused me.
Yeah, no.
Isn't
Sorry.
MW4 coming out now?
No. That was my bad. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
I understood what he was saying.
Yeah.
Getting.
Yeah. No, that oh my goodness. The amount of, well, that game really changed my perspective because like I said, when I started with 3, I was actually very inclined to it because I'm a history guy. I'm a history guy, and when it comes to World War II, I like that part of history. The Great War, World War II, and the Pacific, Germany, everything.
Yeah.
I was inclined to go into it, and I did, and it was perfect. And when Modern Warfare came out, it actually made me, I'm going to be honest with you, education-wise, it made me more prone to wanting to learn about the Iraq War.
Mhm.
Just modern day war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
So
I get that.
came at a benefit. I liked it.
I get that.
Okay.
I can respect that. Hell.
Now, Butters, before I get on to you, I just wanted to say that for those that are watching over on Instagram, I am going to be killing the Instagram stream. Come and watch the rest of the podcast over on YouTube. The link is in the actual stream of Instagram. You just tap that red link, that red square where it says episode 201. That takes you to our YouTube, and we will see you guys there. So thank y'all for watching, tuning in. Only Instagram will get just a small sample of today's episode, but you can definitely watch the rest of the conversation over on our YouTube channel.
Tune in, people. You won't regret it.
Absolutely.
You aren't going to regret this.
Absolutely. We still got more to talk about, and we will see y'all very shortly. Bye.
Bye.
All right, and Instagram's off.
Man, fuck these Instagram. No, I'm kidding.
But
We need everybody's support, man.
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, Butters. What game got you into the Call of Duty franchise, and how did it keep you invested for so long?
So like I had an Xbox 360 at the time. I didn't get the PS3 until like way later in the life cycle of that generation. So like I would go to Blockbuster like every week and I would talk to the staff there. Like that was like my go-to, like because I couldn't afford to buy these games, bro. Like the best we got was to rent them.
Nothing wrong with
So I would go over there and, you know, I'd be like, hey, like, what are some cool games? Because I probably tried all the lot of games they had already on the Xbox 360. And I realized I wasn't really a big fan of first-person shooters. That just wasn't my cup of tea when I was a kid. Because I liked seeing the 3D model of, like, the person moving around. I thought that was the coolest part. So, like, they tried to get me through into like first person shooters, and they're like, oh, if you like that, maybe you'll like Rainbow Six, like Vegas too. And I tried that, and I was like, okay, cool. I like the cover that I can shoot. Feel a little weird that I have to like aim with the first person view, but whatever. So I tried that, and then they were like, hey, we have Call of Duty 4. Let's try that. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll try it. I think I did like the first mission. And I was like, I'm not about this. Send this home. I was like, this is not for me. It wasn't until for some reason when World at War came out that I was actually interested in it. I think it was like somewhat cinematic, like when you start your missions and like you're kind of like crawling around in the floor and like war hiding yourself. Like you're fighting against these tanks that like for some reason kind of piqued my interest. My only complaint was like, I remember I would go to the staff and I was like, yeah, the game was kind of cool. I just thought the grass looked ugly. Like me looking at the ground and I was complaining that the grass was ugly. And I think I was just into JRPGs. So they just naturally looked a lot better. But I thought that was weird. But that was like how I first started out with like World at War, because that was like the one I actually finished playing. And I was like, oh yeah, it was okay. And then from there, I think I cared more. I didn't really care about Modern Warfare 2. Like I played it, but it was more so like because my friends were into it in middle school. But Black Ops is what caught my interest, because then it kind of continued that story of World War II a little bit, like with Viktor Reznov, and I was like, okay, I'm about it. So that's like my odd like interest in Call of Duty, because of that like little space of Black Ops 2, World at War, kind of being interconnected in that way. I liked it that way.
Like I said, well, when I was when we started, when I was talking about MW4 and how some of the characters who are coming into the game are known Hollywood actors. And Call of Duty is known for bringing very famous Hollywood actors who have the great spotlight now today. And it's thanks to Activision, it's thanks to Treyarch, it's thanks to all of them who bring them onto these projects. Like, for example, the guy who played Viktor Reznov. Gary Oldman, exactly. That guy was already well known in Hollywood. He was well known in the acting community. And coming in to play a video game character, everybody thought that was a step backwards.
Yeah, everybody at that time, everybody thought that was backwards. Yeah.
Everybody thought it was a step backwards, but after what they've seen him do, especially in World at War, and when they bring him back for Black Ops to have more of an interpretive character, is amazing.
Yeah.
They love him so much, they brought him back.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And I know he always says this because he probably doesn't remember too much, but all the interviews I've ever seen from him just mentioning Call of Duty, the only thing that he ever talks about is the screaming portion. When he's in the box and he's just screaming for Russia. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure he remembers more than that. Yeah. He's got to remember more than that.
I get you. No,
there were so many memories.
For me, what was crazy though, going from Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, when they announced, because remember they were alternating between Infinity Ward, who made the Modern Warfare games, and then Treyarch, who did like the World at War.
Yeah.
When they announced World at War, I was like, y'all going back? Can we just stay forward? So I remember I got World at War very like, I'm not excited, but I'm gonna get it because my friends are playing it. And Viktor Reznov was who made me a fan of that game. Like that first scene with him when you were crawling through the little empty fountain, and the
Mhm.
Nazis were like killing the Russians, and he was like, "Stay low, my friend. Be quiet and follow my orders, and I will get you out of here." And it was so cool. And following him and him teaching you the ropes and stuff. Reznov became like one of my. I mean, he didn't surpass Soap for me, but when I realized that he was in Black Ops 1, yeah, man, I lost my shit. I was so excited
No,
to have
yeah.
him in Black Ops 1. Yeah.
No, yeah. The character was just so fascinating for me. I love
Yep.
it.
And shout out to Kiefer Sutherland because he was also in World at War. He was the main American captain or whatever for the other side. So yes,
Not the
Kiefer
one,
Sutherland.
not the one that played, Tank Dempsey's character. Because remember, they took from zombies. They took the characters of the campaign. So
Yeah, I don't remember what character he played. I just know he was one of the main American.
he was, he was one of the two men leading.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, also for that, the only reason why Black Ops and Black Ops 2 are my favorites is because of him. I grew up on The Dark Knight. I loved him as Commissioner Gordon. He was
Yeah.
a great actor, and that was his pivotal acting role. Like that was the I feel that was the role that put him on the map, apart from Leon the Professional.
That's what I was gonna say. I got to give some respect to.
I do have to
Leon
give some
Professional.
respect to that role because that role, I would have to say, very, very hectic.
Yeah.
He had a crazy mind.
Yeah. I agree.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Silver?
Yeah. As for me, I started with, and this was, I'm definitely gonna have to give y'all a storyline for me.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so this was most likely before I joined the military, which was, I think this had to be 2000 or I would say late 2007, early 2008. I remember playing Call of Duty 3. I played it. I didn't think much of it or whatnot because I think at that time I wasn't that much into first-person shooters. I was still into fighting games, my action adventure, hack and slash. So when it came to shooters, I was like really not into it, other than Halo. So after I joined the military, I now become a huge fan of shooters because I was in the military.
Yeah.
I was in the army. So that gave me my love for SOCOM because I ended up going down a rabbit hole playing nothing but SOCOM games.
Yeah.
Then I went with Ghost Recon, and then I went with Call of Duty, and then when COD 4 came out, I played it. And I was like, oh, okay, I like this. I'm loving it. But I was still such a huge Halo fan because Halo was our shit, especially with me and my friends. Like, we all loved Halo. And then when we all finally got PS3s, well, I ended up getting my PS3 corrupted with the yellow light of death. And then when I finally got another PS3, that's when Modern Warfare 2 was also coming around as well. So I was like, all right, me and the guys, we're going to go to GameStop, midnight release. We're all going to have Modern Warfare 2. I go over their house. We're playing it and whatnot. And I said, all right, we're going to go play it online. And we played online from 11 at night to 6 in the morning. Multiplayer.
Yeah, I remember.
I
those
was
days.
like, and I was literally hooked on like energy drinks. Like I probably took like shotgun like 2 Red Bulls that night. 2 Red Bulls that night. I had box of pizza.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Peak.
some Arizona drinks. I was, man, we were in that game for hours and whatnot. And then literally almost every day we were playing Modern Warfare 2, like to the point where I stopped playing any other shooter. I stopped playing every other shooter. It was just Modern Warfare 2 from here on out. And then from there, I got into Black Ops. Then Black Ops 2, which I would say is by far the best Call of Duty of all time. Like I put that at number 1. Then Ghost came out, but I was also getting ready to, deploy to Afghanistan. So I didn't get a chance to fully go through the Call of Duty Ghost experience. Coming back to the U.S., I wasn't playing Call of Duty as heavy because that's when I started getting heavy into Battlefield. But I was still playing Call of Duty. Like I still love Call of Duty. So, and then when Call of Duty brought Advanced Warfare, I got into that. After Advanced Warfare was Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3, I
Oh,
remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's when they started jumping to the next generation.
Yeah. And man, I had the time of my life with Black Ops 3. So much so that I remember just having like crazy builds of how I would play each and every different game mode, each and every different map or whatnot. And the special abilities that you would get for every different character, loved it. Even though some people say that certain characters were broken, I don't care because I abused the hell out of it. Whatever. If it works, it works. I don't care.
I love the guy that would get the 2 sticks and he would just jump.
Bro,
People would get so
game modes like domination. Oh my god, domination, search and destroy. Bro,
That shit's hilarious.
it was. I was like, oh, I'm gonna love this. And then of course you had the chick with the grenade launcher.
That shit's
the
hilarious.
thumper. Wait, was it the thumper?
No. She had a specialist ability where once the meter was full, she would bring out an actual grenade launcher.
Oh.
Yeah, in Black Ops 3.
She was the one with the short
Oh.
hair and like the colored hair, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
She
god.
was funny.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What was her name? I think it was Battery. Was it Battery?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was about right.
Battery.
Yeah, no, that was funny. I love that.
But wait, I just got to ask you one question about that whole thing.
Okay.
What kind of pizza?
Oh, pepperoni. I had pepperoni that night.
No. Which pizza?
Oh, Domino's.
Okay.
I'll dab you up.
Okay. I'll give it.
I was
I had
definitely a
Domino's.
Domino's guy.
Bro.
Because I didn't have a Papa John's nearby, and we didn't have mobile apps at that time.
Yeah. So you got to,
So it was like the
And Little
closest.
Caesars would close by midnight, so we were cooked.
Yeah, so it was like the closest one because I had to order the pizza before 11. So I was like, fuck. Let me just go ahead and go with Domino's because it was the only one that was the closest. And I remember having to call, put the order via phone, give them the address. Yeah, that was long before we have Uber Eats and DoorDash.
And maps too.
Oh yeah,
They had a fucking
But
go in
also,
there.
let's be fair. You guys were having fun on Call of Duty. You guys were hyper up on Red Bull. I doubt y'all cared what the pizza tastes like. At that point, I feel like we just needed sustenance to just keep this night going.
yeah.
You know what I
stuffed
mean?
crust meat lovers from Pizza Hut.
Right?
And that's when it was good though.
Yeah.
Right?
That's when it was good.
I can just hear the person asking, "What would you like on your pizza?" And you guys just going, "Yes." You know?
Yes. Sir, you got to tell us what you want. Yes. All right.
Right?
All right,
Yes.
Brian, pick whatever you want on this one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Oh
And
my
then
God.
from Black Ops 3, I think Black Ops 3 was like my most played. Besides Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 3 was my most played because of the specialist abilities, which I understand people didn't like it because it started to feel like Overwatch. I don't care. But it was fun because the fact that every character was unique. You had the robot that had the Gatling gun when the meter was full.
Oh yeah, he would just turn into a little drill tank with the little tank legs and just go.
Yeah, and just mow people down. And one of my favorite specialists from Black Ops 3 was the black guy that could he would just pretty much do a rewind. He would flash and then just go and just spawn right back to where he was maybe a couple of steps or whatnot. Man, I caught so many people with that shit. Where he would just, I'm about to jump off the cliff. Nope. Just rewind back. Nope.
No, I loved it.
Then
the guy with the 2 sticks.
Then Infinite Warfare dropped, which I remember that YouTube video that had the most dislikes ever because a lot of people did not want Infinite Warfare. But I will say with Infinite Warfare, story top notch.
Thank you. I was just about to say that.
Top-notch.
People got to put some respect on Infinite Warfare. The
Yeah.
story was peak.
Yes, it definitely was. The multiplayer, okay, it was a hit or miss depending on the maps or whatnot. But if you didn't like Infinite Warfare multiplayer, then you were back on Black Ops 3.
Hey, when also onto that, apart from gameplay, I always say, I'm a big movie buff guy. I love my movies.
So am I.
I love my actors. I love Hollywood. So for that, personally, as an actor, I would have to give credit to Nathan Fillion, who played Ethan, the robot.
Yes. Yes, he did. You're right.
yeah.
You're right.
The robot was cool.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And then the main character, I forgot his name. I can't believe I blanked on his name, but he was very well known from his role in the A-Team.
Okay.
Liam Neeson's A-Team.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Mm.
Yeah, because he played that guy who was the mercenary.
Mhm.
You know?
I never
What I'm
watched the
talking
show, but I remember seeing the trailers and stuff
Yeah.
for it. Yeah.
So
I only knew, like, I didn't play Infinite Warfare story that much. I was really only into the multiplayer at that point. Didn't they have the Game of Thrones villain in that one? Like, or not villain, but they had that guy from Game of Thrones, and he was the villain in Infinite.
Yes. Was it Jon Snow?
Yeah, Jon Snow. Yeah.
Yes.
Because he had his whole mocaps faced on there.
I can't remember
right.
his real name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was a villain in the story at
Yeah.
that point too. I
Yeah, man.
remember that.
this one I thought was funny, and I thought it was a little embarrassing for him. It was Conor McGregor. He was constantly in the game,
I don't remember.
just out of inclusion.
I don't even
Conor
remember.
McGregor. I don't remember that. He was an
yeah.
Infinite.
He was an Infinite, but he wasn't a main character. He was a filled-in character. He was a filled-in character. He didn't have lines. He didn't have anything like that. His face was all you can see. That's it.
Gotcha.
But you know, oh, go ahead.
My favorite character, and you're gonna know just by me saying the line. Ramirez, what are you doing at Burger Town? Get down there!
That's Keith David.
Yeah.
man,
Oh
that
my
guy-
God.
I love that guy, bro. He's
Yeah.
so fucking hilarious in Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
Keith
yeah.
David is awesome. I actually got his autograph for the Arbiter
You did?
in Halo and for Spawn. I have like a big Spawn figure, and I got him to sign.
I didn't know he was an Arbiter.
Yeah,
That
he was
blows
the
my
Arbiter in
mind.
Halo. Yeah.
That's insane.
And he
I love the Arbiter.
Spawn was his big,
Yeah, because I
Yeah, he
know
was-
him from Mortal Kombat 11 because he played Spawn there.
and he also did Spawn in the animated series.
Shit,
So,
okay.
yeah.
What a go. What
But
a
you
go.
see, this is what I'm talking about for Call of Duty specifically, with Hollywood, they bring in great actors who are in the middle of their up and coming, and they will just try to boost them up a little bit more. They
Yeah.
will. It'll give them the boost that it needs. But today, I think in today's age now that graphics quality is becoming more improved, almost to the point where it's becoming more cinematic. So I think maybe 30 years from now, we're not going to be able to differentiate between the video game and authentic films.
That'd be scary.
Yeah, no,
I
because
think,
it's going to be completely integrated.
I
I do feel that it will become integrated.
I think it definitely started becoming the start of that when we got the PS3 games like Heavy Rain, Beyond Souls,
Detroit Become Human.
Detroit Become Human. Even Uncharted, like that was an action adventure, but that was pretty cinematic in and of itself there too. I think that's the start of like, oh, this is like more than just a game. This is like an experience. This could be
Yeah.
a film.
I'd like to
And
throw Metal Gear Solid in there.
Metal
too.
Gear Solid,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, that shit was a fucking movie, bro. The
That's-
end of it all.
That's the one tagline that they always say that is true. It's an experience.
That's true.
It's an experience, and the same comes with COD. It's always an experience, whether the game is bad, whether it's good, whether it's mediocre sometimes. Infinite Warfare.
No. Just the multiplayer, not the story.
No, not the story, of course.
Oh, okay.
No. When I say mediocre, sometimes the multiplayer can be at times
Yes.
like
Oh,
it can
100%.
be like that at times.
I feel like Infinite Warfare was when a lot of people started getting jaded with Call of Duty. Because I don't know if you remember, when Infinite Warfare came out, that was when they still did E3.
Yeah.
And do you guys remember? I don't know if you guys remember when they showed the trailer at E3. No one knew what it was because they didn't show the Activision logo in the opening of the trailer. They didn't let you know it was Call of Duty, and people were losing their minds. That game looked sick. Then at the end, when it said Activision, Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare, that's when people started boo and started booing the game. And I was like, so they liked the game, they just hated that it was Call of Duty for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know why, but I think when I see Infinite Warfare, for some reason I think about Advanced Warfare, the one
Yeah.
before that,
Yeah.
because like that was like the precursor of like them pushing towards this like futuristic style.
Yeah.
I did play the Advanced Warfare story because they had the House of Cards guy,
Kevin
in-
Spacey.
Yeah, they had Kevin
Spacey.
Spacey in there, and I was like, oh yeah, this is looking like a cool story. I didn't get to like do much against that guy because I think him being a villain was pretty simple noted, but the
Yeah.
voice acting was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, his performance in that game was just A plus.
Yeah,
A plus. Like, if you're gonna make if you really want to sell Call of Duty with like other than a multiplayer but great single player experience, as you said, you get Hollywood actors into it and have them like do the motion capture, the voice acting, like bringing that character to life, especially if they're playing a villain. Oh my god! Like after that, it's just like that's the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me ask you guys this: do you think that it makes it easier to market by bringing these iconic Hollywood actors?
I think
believe so, yeah.
100%.
yeah, 100%. Because like the second you see a trailer and you're like, oh, that's the House of Cards guy. Like that's what your brain instinctually goes for.
Yeah.
You know.
'Cause
yeah,
Go ahead.
that was pretty much it.
Oh yeah. 'Cause
But then the variables also come in as well with that. Do you think it's because of the face or because it's the right voice for the character?
I think I'm glad you asked, 'cause that's what I was going to talk about. I don't think they bring in those big name actors for us. I think it's to bring in the audience that probably wouldn't pay attention to Call of Duty. That, oh, Kevin Spacey's in this? Oh, let me check out that game. Because I think a lot of people forget with Advanced Warfare, Troy Baker was the main character. And Troy Baker went on to play characters like Joel
Yeah.
from The Last of Us, Sam from Uncharted.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't talk about that. A lot of people talk about the Kevin Spacey's and the Gary Oldmans and the Kiefer Sutherlands. So I don't think those guys. And then if you remember too, in the older games when they would bring in the big names, they never used their face. They just used the voice. And then
Oh yeah.
later on, they started like molding the faces like Kevin Spacey. And that's when I was like, okay, so this marketing isn't for us because we're already going to play the game. I think this is to bring in the outsiders who wouldn't pay attention to say, oh, Kevin Spacey's here. Let me go check out what this is. And that's my idea. I think it's a marketing thing more so than I don't think they care. The dude could be mute.
Yeah.
But his face is recognizable. So let's
That makes a
throw it
lot
out
of
there.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never even considered that from like a point of view that's not ours, which is already invested in Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that was for us.
What a big surprise to me was that in one of the Call of Duty installments, they brought in Michael Keaton. I don't remember which one it was, but they brought him onto the project.
I don't remember.
I can't remember which one
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah, I can't even remember either, but well, when you sent me the questionnaires, I wanted to look, and there was Michael Keaton was on that list.
I believe you. I still don't know which one.
I know. I'm sure.
Yeah.
We can
I'm
we
gonna
can take a look. We can
You
take a
look it
look.
up?
Michael.
But
Okay.
as far as actors go for Call of Duty, I do feel that maybe it might have been a gap to fill in.
He was he voiced the character Jason Hudson in Black Ops 2.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
I just
Oh, nice.
I
did
knew
not
yeah
know
because I
that.
knew he played an iconic character.
Black Ops 2?
Yeah, Jason
Yeah.
Hudson.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had to replace. Yes, because they had to replace the original actor for Black Ops 1.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that. Food for thought. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton is one of my favorite actors. So I cried when they brought him back as Batman in the Flash. I'm not gonna lie, I choked up a little bit seeing him in costume. So yeah. Now I want to go back and play Black Ops 2.
He's great. He pulls it up. He pulls out all the stops every single time.
Yeah.
And especially for a Batman fan like myself, I still think that my favorite scene from both of his movies when he did Batman was the point where he grabbed that rod from the fireplace and he smacked that vase
Yeah.
to make Joker look like oh he's not.
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
You want to get nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts. Let's get nuts.
Oh,
I love
man.
One last thing I do want to say before we move on to our next topic, and that is after Black Ops 3, then there was another game that came out right after, which I think a lot of people pretty much I would say it's very underrated, but the story mode was just fantastic, great, and that was Call of Duty World War II. That was a good one. That was like the most underrated Call of Duty because it had.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Same. I never
because it had a
played that one.
great single player. The single player was great.
That one looked the most movie-like.
Yeah.
Because I think
It
they had
was.
pre-rendered
That's
cutscenes,
true.
right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it usually is like in-person cutscenes, but I remember they made it look pretty realistic.
oh yeah,
They tried to. I do want to be honest. They tried so hard to go back to World War II because I know at that time there were a lot of people, especially people my age, they wanted to go back to World War II. They wanted to go back to the original roots of how Call of Duty first started.
yeah,
And what they did gave a lot of mixed reviews, but most of it came out as a positive feedback.
Yeah.
Whether it was a bad review saying that, oh, the multiplayer wasn't so sleek looking, it was chunky and bulky, and just it didn't feel right. But from the upside, they said also that the campaign was phenomenal,
yeah.
that it was great, explained a very good story, and just reliving those moments. And especially in that game, they brought out the most historical moments of World War II.
Yeah,
Crossing the Rhine, about to reach into Berlin before the Russians do. That is a pivotal moment in our military history.
yep.
And we had the most fighting in those hills.
And there's also the part where you're storming the beaches of Normandy. I remember that in
Yes,
the gameplay as
D-Day.
well. Yeah,
Of course.
I never played Modern Warfare 2, but I'm not gonna lie, y'all making me want to go play it.
yeah. World War II.
World War II.
is
World War
peak.
II.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm,
No, you're good. Like World
I'm
War II.
crossing.
Like just play the single player. You'll love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will 100%.
I'm gonna
love
take
it.
your word for it.
The one thing that I didn't like, that healing system.
Yeah,
That healing system was, like I said, mixed reviews.
yeah,
The healing system had like its own like item that you'd recharge.
Yeah,
right?
you had to grab a bandage from your med kit to heal yourself. And it wasn't
That
a lot
definitely
of
had to
people
be-
didn't like that.
That had to be either Wolfenstein or The Last of Us influencing that decision for sure.
Funny enough, the guy, well, back to Infinite Warfare though. The main character Kit, that was the actor's name. Kit, I think it was Harrington.
Yeah. Kit Harington. Yes.
He is the main character for BJ Blazkowicz.
Ooh.
He plays Billy Blazkowicz.
Kit Harington.
Yes. I didn't know. I didn't realize this. I didn't realize this until after Youngblood came out.
That's crazy. I'm a huge Wolfenstein fan. I never caught that.
Yeah. That's
cool.
that's what's great about it.
That's cool.
okay.
But World War II, yes, underrated now. But when it first came out, a lot of mixed reviews.
Yeah,
At least a lot of people can say about
Yeah,
that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't pay
definitely.
attention to that. Black Ops 4, 5, whatever 5 was. I
No,
think that was
Black Ops 4
5 was Cold War, right?
Yeah. So no, wait.
no, because after World War II was Black Ops 4, and then I think they went back to
Vanguard.
Modern Warfare 2019.
Oh yeah. So then Vanguard must have been after that.
Yeah,
I believe you're right. Yep, he's right because Modern Warfare 2019 came out first, and then it was, I believe, Vanguard.
mm-hmm.
Then
Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Then we got a third one right after.
And then we end up having Black Ops Cold War.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Black Ops.
Then
Cold War.
Modern Warfare 3. Then after Modern Warfare 3, then we had Black Ops 6 and then Black Ops 7.
Which I thought was, I haven't played the new Black Ops. I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't find it appealing.
Same.
I didn't really
Same.
care for it either.
Same. I started falling out of love with Call of Duty with Call of Duty Black Ops 4. When I remember, because that's when they could run on walls. And I remember I was playing and I was shooting a guy and then I got killed by another guy. And when I watched the replay, this dude ran on the wall around the corner and I got shot. And I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to go play Titanfall. I don't play Call of Duty for this. you know?
I think it was Black Ops 4 that they took off the wall running.
Which one had the wall running? Was it 3?
It was
Three.
3.
Three
It was
has
3.
it.
Okay.
Three had the wall run.
Yeah,
Three.
so 3 was when I was like, no, this isn't. I liked 4 a little bit. Now that you say that, that's true. But I don't know. I wasn't too crazy about how futuristic it was going, and I didn't like the hero shooter vibes.
Yeah,
4.
yeah, that's what turned off a lot of people.
Yeah.
Was like they were like tired of the hero shooter gimmick because
Mhm.
yeah, it worked with Black Ops 3, not Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare was still there,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it was just more broken and ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then with Black Ops 4, like they did away with the raw running. They wanted to bring it back grounded, but you know, there were still characters that had specialist abilities. So it's just like, okay, can y'all just like do away with that?
Exactly. Yeah, I wasn't. That's when it started getting Overwatch, like you said. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't care much for those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
So,
yeah.
next topic. What's the one thing you would like to see change within the franchise of Call of Duty itself? Chris, starting off with you.
Within the franchise itself,
Yes.
well, I would have to say that change is good. You know, in some aspects, change is good, but I feel that nowadays they're not in touch with their community anymore.
Yeah.
How compared to how they used to be. Like, I would have to say when they first introduced the Battle Pass system in 2019 for Modern Warfare's reboot, I was a little skeptic because everybody was getting on Fortnite. Everybody was enjoying the Battle Pass on Fortnite. And so I think what they didn't learn from it was that you don't have to copy what another game is doing in order to attract new players. I
Yeah.
think you just need to bring your own version. No, not your own version. Sorry. Your own idea in order to attract it. Because yes, maybe you can have a little bit of a correlation between the game, but you don't have to go completely off the recipe of another game. I think that's what's happening with the franchise now. Is that they're not paying attention to the community or the feedback that they're getting.
Right.
I think that they're just spewing it out for the microtransactions.
Yeah, which I would definitely agree on that because they see how successful Fortnite is with their Battle Pass system and how much revenue that they're generating. So, you know, the powers that would be up in Call of Duty was like, you know what, we're going to do that with our game because our game is popular.
Mm-hmm.
It, you know, millions of people play it. They buy the game every year. Why not? And it's not a free to play game, so they're gonna definitely get away with it, which they have over the years. And they also started doing collabs, which not Call of Duty, but which Fortnite was, you know, doing very successful with. And they was like, you know what, we're gonna do the same thing too.
I just think also to add on, I do think that, like I said, they need to introduce their own ideas. They need to go back to their original roots. Like, if you want to put a battle pass system into it, don't bring Nicki Minaj into it. I'm sorry. Like, I got nothing against Nicki Minaj or her music or anything like that, but that's not military.
Yeah.
I feel like military has gone soft a little bit.
Yeah, and again, it's what's the cultural trend, and they're all chasing the cultural trend because they saw how successful Fortnite was doing, and Call of Duty being a very popular first-person shooter. I was like, "F it, we're gonna do the same thing too."
Yeah,
and good thing with Modern Warfare 4, the new one coming out this year, they say that they're doing none of that. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Because it's like at the end of the day, it's like money talks at the end of the day. Like, I understand you want to make it grounded and keep it grounded. Cool. But at the end of the day, it's like money talks, like, and bullshit literally just walks. Like, you're going to start off with something very mild, very tame before you start bringing in more outrageousness to the game.
I'm gonna need them to put some waifu like skins on the guns. I'll buy them. I bought them for Modern Warfare 19, and that shit was lit.
What's that? Wait a minute. What's that anime character that popped up in Fortnite? The Niku.
Hatsune Miku?
Yeah. If they bring her in, I'm gonna ask for my money back.
I'm gonna ask for my money back.
Okay, I already play Fortnite. I don't need her in Call of Duty.
Yep.
I don't need to be spending more money.
I feel that.
I just need my gun to, like, every time it shoots, it goes ooh, 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 and then when it reloads, she goes ah. and then I'll have a fucking great time.
No,
I'll have
man,
a fucking great time.
No, I mean
Yeah.
the one weapon that I'm actually going to commend them on for the blueprint. It was this blueprint where there was like a tiny little character just sitting there, and then when you can inspect it, it actually interacts with you, which I thought was pretty interesting because you're shooting, and then you have this little character sitting on the sideline just looking at you like, oh, he's damn, that's good. You got him in the head.
Yeah.
I
I was like,
never
oh,
expected that.
oh, you shot him in the ass.
I like that.
Yeah.
Graybeard, what about you? What's the one thing you would like to see change within the Call of Duty franchise of Call of Duty?
Everything. No, I'm kidding.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So one of the things I feel like they haven't been innovating in a long time, and I feel like a big part of that is the yearly release.
Yeah.
Like, one thing I can always say is I get the Call of Duties every year, and I usually play the story. I never really play the multiplayer anymore because it's just not. I can't keep up with these kids anymore. Like, the TTK is so quick, which is fine because it's always been that way. But when I'm shooting you, and then you have enough time, it's such a Twitch shooter now that you have enough time to turn around 360 and no scope me. I'm like, yeah, obviously I'm too slow for this game now. It's not for me anymore. But I feel like with the yearly releases, we don't really get a lot of innovation anymore. And if they would just, I think, release and take time to do new things, I think it'll be fresh. I do like that they're doing that thing because one thing I used to hate was because of the yearly releases, they would do all these things where they would sell all those skins. And then it bothered me. Why am I going to spend hundreds of dollars on your skins just for next year, the new game to come out? And then it's obsolete. I can't use unless I keep playing those games.
Yep, I hate that
hated
shit.
that shit
I
so
hate that.
badly. I hated that shit so badly because I bought skins on the 2019 Modern Warfare.
Yep, the
And-
waifu skin.
Yep.
And of course, you can also use them with Warzone. Cool. And then when Warzone 2 drops, and then with Modern Warfare 2 coming, I'm thinking, okay, is my skins gonna carry over? No. So I'm like, right there, that killed it for me.
Yes.
Because and something, and I will give credit to Fortnite. At least the skins that you bought on, if you played Fortnite from the very early years, it still carries over.
I still have my season 3 skins.
Yeah.
I still have my season 3 skins.
I still have season 1.
Yeah, I love that. I can
Gosh.
keep them.
And
Not Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's the one thing that just be like, I will never buy anything, never buy skins off of Call of Duty
Exactly.
anymore because of the fact that it does not carry over
Right.
to another game. Like if I'm still gonna play the game, and you're having me download hundreds of gigs worth of your fucking launcher on the console, and then it's like, okay, you have to download the single player separately, zombie separately, fucking Warzone separately, and then of course,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
eats up your hard drive
It
so
does.
quick.
To add on, here's something that I really want them to change. I want them to try downsizing on the storage.
Yep.
It is-
That'd be great.
It
Yup.
is such a pain in the butt to
Yup.
try and download this game.
And that's one of the changes I wanted to double down on. I also feel like Call of Duty doesn't respect you. And what I mean by that, it doesn't respect your wallet because it's asking you to splurge all this money. It doesn't respect your time because I don't know if you guys ever did those battle passes. The time it takes and the amount of points you need to rank up between levels is egregious.
Yes.
Yep.
That game wants you to play Call of Duty all day, every day, nothing but Call of Duty 24/7 until the next one comes out. It does not want you to do or play anything else with your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that feeling of, I feel like if I want to keep up, I have to play Call of Duty for 6-7 hours every day. So and then they introduce where you could now buy points to level up faster. It just does everything to it doesn't respect your wallet. It doesn't respect your time. And I just feel like it needs a reset. I know that's like my phrase.
No, yeah.
No,
But, yeah,
they need to clean house.
It does.
They need to clean the house.
It does. And I don't blame the development team because I think they make good work. The games can be fun. But I just feel like a lot of the microtransactions, the lack of respect for the consumer, the gamer, I feel like those are some big changes. I know I have other thoughts on it, but I'm drawing a blank on them right now.
No,
But
that's
those are the 2 or 3 big ones that I think they need to work.
What I saw when I was playing Modern Warfare 3, I believe it was Modern Warfare 3.
the first one or the second one.
No, the newest version.
Oh yeah, okay.
The newer installment. When I started playing it, I was playing with a bunch of people, so we were just playing for hours on end during the weekend, and we wanted to enjoy ourselves with the battle pass, so we got it anyway. And we just ranked up over and over and over again. But what I kept seeing that was actually pretty useful, and it would actually cut my time in half for leveling up, was the XP. Those XP boosters actually
Yes.
moved over.
Yes.
They moved over from game to game, which
Yup,
I
that's-
thought
that's true.
a genius move.
Hmm.
I thought it was genius because it took your time. It took your time in half.
Hmm.
It took it away completely.
But that's the thing too. When it comes back to them not respecting your wallet, is a lot of ways to get those XP boosters too. Is they did those collaborations. Remember, you could buy like the pizza rolls, the Tostitos pizza rolls, and you would get it. You buy Mountain Dew, and then you would get it. So it's like you're just asking me to just spend money to get things to make the time go by faster, and I hated that. I don't like that stuff. I feel like give me way. I mean, there are ways to unlock it, but it's through the battle pass. You have to level up through the battle pass, and then one of the free tiers will give you like a 45-minute weapon booster and stuff like that. It's just these are just all things to just. I don't respect your time, so here, just give me all of it and all your monies.
Give me your money so you can get less time.
exactly. Yeah,
Just give it all.
right.
No, yeah.
Butters, what about you?
One thing is I don't like that they follow trends. And like you see it as early as the first Modern Warfare 3, where they had, I forgot what was the title of it, but it was basically you fought waves of enemies, and then after you finished a wave, you went to like this little kiosk and bought weapons to upgrade. And that was like essentially stealing the same idea as the survival mode that Halo Reach had, or the firefight mode that ODST had.
Yeah.
Like they were kind of copying that trend, right? And that was the first time they did that. Then they did Ghost with that weird alien version of like you fighting aliens.
Yeah.
That was another time of them copying like Horde mode from Gears of War.
Mhm.
Then you fast forward a little more. Then they did Fortnite like with Black Ops 4, I think it was, where they like got the, what do you call it? It was basically Warzone, but before Warzone was a thing.
Oh, Blackout.
Blackout.
Yeah, Blackout.
Yeah,
That was
Blackout.
their experiment.
Yeah, that was their experiment to get into that. And then now they got Warzone to make that happen. And it's like, there's just a lot of, I'm going to steal this thing and make it my thing. Now, if I'm not wrong, the new thing that they're copying now is the extraction shooter model. So they now keep copying that. And I just think they spend so much time copying things that they're not innovating anymore. And I think that's lazy.
Yeah.
Because when they innovated, like the last thing I remember they innovated was like zombies. And I thought that was such a great experience that they kept it in their lineup of games who like whenever Treyarch does their stuff, that even like other studios like Infinite Ward will steal it for Infinite Warfare or Advanced Warfare. I can't remember which of the two stole zombies and added it there. And it's like you could do a new experience and then keep it in your lineup of games if it's successful. Zombies was successful, and I want them to bring back the co-op missions, because we had co-op missions in Modern Warfare 2. I love that, because I would have that where we would have our friend play those missions together.
Yeah. Spec Ops.
Yes,
Spec
Spec
Ops.
Ops.
Spec Ops.
That shit was
Yeah.
lit, bro.
Yeah.
I want more co-op experiences that are just not locked within, oh, let's get online and play Warzone. Like I want a dedicated experience of that in some form or matter, and they don't have that. I didn't check Vanguard or Black Ops or Cold War, Infinite Warfare, or Advanced Warfare in regards to that, but yeah, like we need to innovate a little more into co-op experience. I think that's really nice if we could get that again.
I agree, and I think this is why I'm saying if they would take time between releases, I think they could afford themselves some more creativity. and doing things different. But it's just the chasing trends, the lack of respect, and just rushing. It just feels rushed. I never feel like I have enough time to enjoy one before I'm already seeing commercials for the other one.
Yeah, 100%.
It's
Man,
just like, man, I'm still enjoying this. I'm still getting deep into the systems. And I remember when they introduced that thing where you could tweak the weapons, so you can adjust the stats of the weapons to get more fire rate based on the kind of accessories you put on the gun, and then you could go into the range and tweak it even more.
Yeah.
oh,
It's
advanced.
like, yeah.
2019 did
Right.
that.
By the time you start to figure out that stuff out, oh yeah, they're advertising the new one already, and it's just like, dude,
And they're advertising guns you could buy. that already have it
yeah,
built
you
in.
know, and they're already announcing the Vault Edition for $130 that comes with the extra stuff, and I'm like, man,
Even though you can get it after the game comes out anyway.
exactly. It's just like, come on. Word on the street is I did hear, and I don't know how true this is, but because I didn't research it myself, so don't quote me. But I was told that it was Jeffrey Epstein who gave Bobby Kotick the idea of adding microtransactions into the game. Apparently, it was either him or like one of his kids or somebody was playing, and he contacted Kotick and was just like, "Hey, you know what can make you guys more money? Microtransactions." I mean, I don't think they called it that, but he gave the idea, and I heard that's where the snowball effect of now we have all these microtransactions.
I was
What a-
okay with
what a
paying for
theory.
maps, man. Why would
Apparently,
you-
it came out during the Epstein Files debacle.
bro.
That came out. So if it's true, and again, if it's not, please chat. Don't hold me accountable. I didn't research it myself.
Right,
but that's what I was told from a credible is that the word?
Credible, yeah.
Credible source.
I just want to pay for my
I've looked
maps. I don't want to pay for
that.
Fight
Yeah.
Pass, bro. I'll pay for maps again.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I
We don't get that.
I will definitely pay for maps again. I would love to see the season pass come back. I mean, it didn't. They made a lot of money with it back when it was. Back when in that time when it was
Yeah.
profitable. But now, since I would have to say since Fortnite, it's gone on a whole other level.
Yeah.
Especially with the microtransactions, they've been killing it.
And then bringing in the celebrity collabs with the multiplayer.
And people pay for it.
Yeah, they do.
People pay for
People
it.
went nuts for that Snoop Dogg one, man.
hmm
You know.
They got the Attack on Titan one. I was laughing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I did pay attention a little bit when they brought in the ones with the wrestlers.
Oh
What was it? Undertaker, Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, it was Rhea Ripley, Rey Mysterio,
Yeah.
and Cody Rhodes, and I
Cody
was like,
Rhodes.
I'm like, listen, I'm not knocking it, but y'all completely dropped the ball by not having Randy Orton in that game.
Yes,
Drop the ball
bro.
because
RKO was one of those executions.
yeah, that's easy, easy money.
That's printing the dollar bills right there.
Yeah.
But it's just like it felt half-assed a little bit, you know.
Massively advertised.
Yes. that's
Massively advertised, because at the time when the games were coming out, Rey Mysterio and Ripley were both one was coming back. One was being resurrected from WWE, from the WWE graveyard, and then the other one was a very up and coming wrestler. She was attracting such a huge fan base from men and women.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
And
Ripley, that's the goal.
yeah,
Mhm.
she made women feel like badasses again.
That's true.
She made women want to be her, and then she made men want to be with her.
And you know what? I'd like to
all
say
I
this
gotta
before
say.
I forget. Silver, you guys should definitely do a wrestling themed episode and invite me back. I would love to do
Wrestling.
a wrestling
Ooh.
themed.
I would have to get
episode.
wrestling gamers. I'd have to get wrestling gamers on that one.
I'm gonna
Oh,
be,
dude, I think we could do it.
I definitely know there's like a.
I haven't touched.
Let's just get Jabali on here. Actually, get him on the wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
I to be honest, I have not touched a game of wrestling since WWE SmackDown versus Raw
Which
PSP.
one? Oh, that's not which
Okay.
one though? What year?
2009 was my favorite.
I think it was 2009.
2009, 2007. Was
Yeah,
my
because
favorite.
wait, I can give you the roster on some of them actually. It was Undertaker, it was Rey Mysterio, it was Umaga,
Oh my god.
and I don't think actually I think The Rock left WWE at that time.
Well, yeah. He went Hollywood by then.
Yeah, he was in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
But he was in all the games. He's still in all the games.
in that one. He wasn't.
He wasn't?
Not that I know. Not that I remember.
Huh.
Not that I recall. I don't.
I believe you. But I just know they do bring in a lot of the legacy guys.
Yeah. No, he's a big legacy,
But yeah.
especially with his lineage.
But if you guys do ever do a wrestling episode, consider your boy.
Okay.
I'd love to do that with you guys.
We
As
got
can
you.
tell.
We already got one person we're trying to get. We'll see after CEO.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh yeah.
But is the question? I think the question.
Yeah. Your question was, what would you like to see change in Call of Duty?
Yeah.
All right, within the franchise itself. For me, I would really like to see battle passes. Like, if it's not gonna go away, at least it needs to feel like it's an option.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not pressured into having to throw money or having to continue. Like, you need to play this on a daily basis in order for you to completely max it out. It shouldn't have to feel like that. That's one.
Yeah.
And the second thing is, it would have to be, I would say, better story. Like, bring back stories where people can not only feel inspired, but we can still have conversations about it like many years later. Like, when I talk to people, especially you guys, when it comes to like the story of Call of Duty, like games like Black Ops 2, great story. Modern Warfare 3, great story. World War 2, great story. And of course, Infinite Warfare, great story. Like, having those conversations and just people talking more about the story of Call of Duty rather than the multiplayer, because I ain't gonna lie, like, I can't hang with the new generation of gamers.
I'm with you, man.
When it comes to the multiplayer of Call of Duty.
I'm with you.
My time is done. That's why I'm on Battlefield. It's a nice pace for me.
Yes, literally.
But for Call of Duty, is just I would play the game a lot more if they put more emphasis on the story mode.
Yeah.
And I hope with the latest Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 4, they actually do that, bring back that feeling. And if they do have like a very notable actor that's in the game, then hey, whether they're a good guy or a bad guy, like, give me a really good story for me to sink my teeth into, to where it's just like, I enjoyed this, like, from start to finish. And then towards the end, there's like a twist or multiple endings. Like, I think Black Ops 2 had multiple endings.
Oh yeah, Black Ops 2.
Yeah, like, give me more games like that, like, especially with single player games for Call of Duty.
I did like the multiple endings, because like one of the biggest changes of the story was like, if you shot the person in the bag in the sniper backstory, and it was like Woods.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, or it was Mason. I can't remember if it was Woods or Mason. But like, if you choose to shoot, it gives you one ending. If you choose to not shoot, it gives you the other.
Oh yeah,
ending.
Cold War did have that. Yeah. Oh, and
yeah, Black Ops 2. Yeah, because that was the Mason one.
Yeah,
you had to shoot Mason.
Okay, it was Mason. Okay, I thought it was Woods.
And I'm reading in the chat. Someone brought up a really good point. Then it just hit me. We need to see the finished story of Call of Duty Ghost.
Yes.
Because
Thank you.
Call of Duty
100%.
Ghost left off with
my
such a
God.
cliffhanger, and it's just like, I need to see what happens, because we saw the ending, and one of the brothers got kidnapped, got taken away. Okay, what happens next?
Yeah, I think he was
forgot
gonna
about
get
Ghost.
brainwashed. I think he was gonna take him too and brainwash him to turn against them. That's
It was
what
the same. It was because in the there's a post-credit scene.
Yeah.
You guys remember?
Yeah.
Then the post-credit scene, and actually the father of the two brothers mentions this, is there's a torture tactic that the enemy, the Federation, used in order to turn their ally Rourke into working with them. And he used that same method, putting him underground in a cave for days on end with no food, and he finally breaks.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, like I need to see the sequel to Call of Duty Ghosts because they left with such a huge cliffhanger, and it's like I want to see what happens next. Like you can't just give us that and then years later be like, all right, we're not gonna
Yeah,
do
that's
Ghosts,
not gonna come
and you
back
just
to it.
leave us with that. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
At least with all the other Call of Duties, like we've had what multiple different endings, or at least a conclusion to the story. But
Yeah.
Ghost is like the one game where you literally left us off of a cliffhanger. Like I want to see what happens next.
That's true.
Like give me another Ghost where the brothers probably try to fight against each other, and one of them is trying to bring them back to the good side. Something.
yeah.
It's like an no, not Anakin Skywalker. It's more of a, oh my god. Well, yeah, but except it's brothers and it's not father and son.
Yeah.
Same idea.
Yeah, same idea. Just
But let me ask you guys this: since you guys seem to be story guys for Call of Duty like me, what are some of your favorite story moments in Call of Duty?
ooh,
Like number one for me would have to be the Shepherd betrayal in Modern Warfare 2.
yeah, cutting
Yeah.
loose
Yeah.
ends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that one's a traumatic.
That was
experience.
that one, and No Russian.
No Russian was a big surprise for me.
Yeah.
It was a big surprise. But
I
at
was
the
a
end,
kid, I don't care.
yeah, but I guess now that I've learned a little bit more about psychology and how things can be able to become unexpected, everybody knows everything.
Yeah.
Everybody knows everything. And if a smart person doesn't know what is happening, then he's lost.
Yeah.
He's truly lost.
Yeah.
And Makarov was not that man.
I know.
He was a very
I
smart
know.
individual.
I know. I think my number one moment, now that I think about it, would have to be All Gillied Up.
Okay.
All
Gillied Up was pretty
from
good.
Call
Oh,
of
yeah, that's a
Duty
good one.
4 Modern Warfare, yeah.
You know what? I was actually very surprised. Well, not surprised. I wasn't surprised at all about this, but I was more astonished that after Modern Warfare 3's reveal about Yuri and Makarov working together came into the remastered version of Modern Warfare, I thought that was a little bit of
That
a
was-
nostalgic moment.
That was cool.
I thought that was a bit of a nostalgic moment.
That was cool.
But I would have to say that my favorite part of Call of Duty altogether, it was, well, I guess I would have to say it was Shepard's final statement
What was it again?
about losing 30,000 men in the blink of an eye.
Oh, yeah.
Because then it just tells off that, oh, he's the man who led his Marines to die by Al-Assad's hands.
Yep. Hey, he picked you up in that game. Remember when you in one of the opening missions, he grabbed you and threw you forward and was like, "Get up, soldier! Rangers lead the way."
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, what about you, Silver?
For me, my favorite moment would have to be, I would say, Modern Warfare 3, the death of Makarov. When Price finally kills Makarov, it was satisfying because
Yeah.
the lead up from the beginning of Modern Warfare 3, the death of Soap, and then
Yeah.
finally getting after Makarov, and then it just end. I was just like, loved it.
Oh yeah, his death was overdue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Overdue.
he did so much damage, man.
When I found out that they made a that there was supposed to be an additional scene to that, and that was actually true. There was supposed to be an additional ending to that game where it would lead off to Price dying. Because remember, it cut off to the point where he lights his cigar and then he just looks at Makarov while he's hanging from the roof. But there was something in the files of the game that came out that was released last year saying that there was somebody there looking at him, and in that moment he dies. Price dies right there on the spot. He never makes it out of that hotel. There was a guy there looking at him and he walks away. So I don't know entirely if it was accurate, but they keep saying it was sound files. That's what they kept saying. They kept saying it was sound files.
Interesting.
Okay.
That's fascinating. I dig it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I was gonna say the same thing with like Makarov dying because it's
Okay.
like playing Call of Duty 4 and then playing Modern Warfare 2 and then playing Modern Warfare 3. I loved Soap. Soap was the coolest
see, I
character to
told
me.
you,
Yeah.
Soap
man,
is
Soap's
Soap
the
is
goat.
So like
iconic.
and I loved. I think the most memorable story for me was just like being Roach. Like I loved being
Yeah.
Roach and like being like, oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm with Soap.
Yeah.
I used to play Soap.
Yes.
Holy
It
shit.
was so cool in Modern Warfare 2 when you realize he was the captain now. And
Yeah.
Captain McTavish. Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Dude, I think
I love the missions when you were with him alone. I remember the snow mission.
that's my
Yes.
favorite
Yeah,
one.
when you were climbing
Cliffhanger.
the ice.
I
Yeah,
think
cliffhanger.
that's the
Yep.
most iconic moment for
Yeah.
me. Like just
Yeah, man.
that snow mission. He's lighting the cigar and he like throws it when he's like ready to go. It's
Yep.
like ready up, Roach.
Yep.
And I was like, oh fucking A.
I love
When you jump off of like the wall to go to the cliff
Yes.
and then you start sliding down and he's like, hold on, Roach, and he like jumps out to grab your hand before you fall.
Yes. I love
That is so iconic to me. I was like, this
Yeah,
guy is a brother right
And
there.
that's what I was gonna say. But right before because he jumps over first, and I love that line he says when he goes, "Good luck, mate. I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you on the far side."
Yeah.
And then he jumps over, and then you jump and slide, and you're like, "Save me!"
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
yeah, man.
That's like
Yeah.
so iconic because like that's like one of the first moments for me, right?
Yeah.
That like I cherish a lot because like I love personal stories
Same.
like that, like character
Yes.
stories. So I love that. But I remember one moment. I was a kid reading Game Informer, right? And there was like the top 10 most iconic moments. They were talking about like, Bioshock's like ending,
Yeah.
like Halo 3 being finished. And one of the bigger ones, like in the top 10, was in Call of Duty 4. So that's when I went out of my way to like go play the story mode. And when you first experience the nuke explosion while you're flying away,
Yeah.
that's when I was like, holy shit, that's fucking
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, man.
That's like a big moment there.
That's true.
And I was like, so he just dies and
Yeah.
you just die.
Yeah.
I never,
And you walk.
yeah, I never experienced something like that at the time because this is like what 2007, 2006, where you play a character and they just don't make it.
Yeah.
That was like really weird for me to process.
Yeah. Yeah. We were kids, It
Yeah.
was different. It was different. Yeah.
No, yeah.
All right. Our next topic, we got that one, and we have two more topics, and we'll be done. This one should be a good one. Your pet peeves of Call of Duty.
Fuck. I was about to get mad.
I
Start
think
with Chris.
I think I mentioned this one before.
Yeah.
I think I did mention this one before.
Mhm.
But I am gonna say it's changed a little. Oh, sorry. I am gonna say it's changed a little bit. Spawn die. Spawn die.
Yeah.
Oh, like dying on spawn, yeah.
Dying on spawn.
Spawn camping. Yeah, bro.
Spawn camping is such BS. I don't even want to begin to fathom the headaches that
You remember with spawn camping, and I think I specifically remember it in Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, when people figured out. Remember how you could put the grenade launcher attachment, and people figured out at the beginning of the match, if they launched it at a certain angle, you could kill everybody on the other team's spawn. And the game would launch, and you had those dudes that were so quick, you would just spawn, and then your whole team would die. Because everybody on the other team would just launch all their grenade launchers at that exact spot and just killed you.
Oh yeah.
And then you would respawn somewhere else, and then like two people from the other team is already waiting there for you. As soon as you spawn, you're dead. Oh, dude, it was madness. It was madness. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
No. It just no. You cannot be able to get away from a spawn die. And the guy and Jev, the YouTuber, the only freaking guy who could understand this more than anybody else, you can't get away from it.
Yep.
You just can't get away from it. And especially in small maps like Shipment or Rust or even
Yeah.
actually this one's not so little, but it was this map in Modern Warfare 2019 where it's
Shoot house.
no, not Shoot House. It was a it was more of an outdoor. It was more of an outdoor structure with containers everywhere, but there was a certain mesh. There was like a certain angle you can be able to hit everybody, like with the grenade launcher.
Yeah.
And I was so surprised that they could still do that.
Yeah.
Because I mean the physics between it was that Modern Warfare 2019 was very relative to real life scenarios,
Yeah.
whereas Modern Warfare 2 of 2009 wasn't.
Mhm.
It made you feel like God.
Yeah.
Commander Pro running it.
Exactly, Commander Pro.
Oh man.
Love that.
No, that's the pet peeve for me. I hate it.
Okay, Graybeard.
My pet peeve is 360 no scope. Can't stand it. It's aggravating. Nothing grinds my gears more than starting to shoot someone and they just spin not even like turn like a 180 and then shoot you. They turn, look at you. I see you, see me, see you. You continue turning just to come back around with a quick scope, and I'm done. And I'm just like, yeah, this is the controller. I'm done. That's enough for me. I'm an old man now. Clearly, I cannot play this game anymore.
Very fair.
Yeah, that quick scope stuff. No scope. I'm done.
Still
Butters.
funny.
Yeah, it is. It's hilarious when I'm not on the other end of it.
Fair. Pet peeves. I don't like that when I buy a skin or something, it won't matter in the next year because of a new Call of Duty game.
Yep.
If you're gonna, I think if they want to care about us, they would have to make a multiplayer mode that's completely separate of just the Call of Duty title that's associated with it, and just stick with that, because then they could follow the format that Fortnite uses, where it's this dedicated mode, and you buy this thing, and it stays with you until that game shuts down, whenever it shuts down. And like Fortnite took care of that because they went from 1 to 2 technically, and then you still kept all your skins, it just with the updated model. I think that'd be great. Because if they pull out a fucking anime waifu skin, I'm gonna buy it, and then I'm gonna be mad that it goes away in a year.
That's true.
I don't blame you.
I think that's my biggest pet peeve.
Okay.
I have such a hard time whenever I look at the skins on Call of Duty, and when I think about that, and when I think about how it doesn't continue on to the next game, I just think to myself, you know what? It's this simple. I just say no.
You just don't pay.
I say no. I say no. I don't want it. I'm not even gonna try buying it. It's not gonna happen.
That's why I stopped playing since 2019.
I made that mistake. Actually, the last skin I ever bought was the Homelander skin.
Ugh.
But the Homelander skin with Black Noir and Starlight. That was the last skin I ever bought.
Did Anthony Starr do the voice?
No.
No, that's the thing.
No, wait, he did.
So just like with Mortal Kombat.
Homelander? No, I think
He did. Yes. Okay. So there was some speculation because when Mortal Kombat 1 came out and he was to be released as Homelander, he was at a panel and a kid was asking the question, and he asked, "Hey, why aren't you in Mortal Kombat 1? Why aren't you voicing it?"
That's
And
the one I was thinking about. That.
yeah, and he said, "You ever played Call of Duty?" Yeah.
Okay, so he did do Call of Duty. Okay.
Okay, that
He
makes
did
more
Call
sense.
of Duty, but he didn't do Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
Yeah.
RS couldn't afford him, I guess. I don't know.
Anthony Starr is I would have to say, as an actor, he is a bit. I think I would imagine for some of his co-stars, he's a bit intense, but I mean, that's just how he is.
Yeah. As for me, my pet peeves are people who can the Twitch shooting. Like I hate it. I'm sorry. I just don't have the fast enough reflexes to keep up or whatnot, because I shoot at someone, they slide canceling, jumping around, and all of a sudden they're behind me. I'm dead. And I would say the biggest turn off for me, to the point where it's just like, I'm not buying Black Ops 7 at all. I'm playing the beta. Okay, I'm enjoying myself. Okay, I'm racking up some kills. This guy was just wall bouncing from the wall, completely mixed me. And there was no way for me to react. And I'm just like, I'm aiming up. he's just jumping around, dead. I was like, and I just like, you know what? Log out, uninstall. I'm not playing this game again.
Getting mixed in a first-person shooter is crazy work.
Bro, it is the most offensive thing ever. Like, it's just like, how am I supposed to react to this?
Yep.
Like, I shoot, it doesn't even, I don't even get a hit marker.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't keep up.
Remember when was it Black Ops 6 that brought in that Omni movement crap?
Yeah.
No, I believe it was Modern Warfare 3 that brought the Omni.
No, it was 6.
It was Black Ops 6?
6?
Yeah, it was
Brought in the Omni movement. What a nightmare. As if the Twitch shooting wasn't bad enough.
Bro, yeah. The Omni
Advanced Warfare had the dashes, the Omni dashes.
Yeah.
Remember that too.
where people could just, run backwards or jump back or whatnot. Like, it made for some good clips or whatnot, but it started getting annoying really, really fast because especially if you know what you're doing, it's just like, yeah, you can definitely outmaneuver people. And that's what was happening to me. I was getting outmaneuvered. I was like, bro, I'm done. I'll go back to Battlefield.
It was Titanfall for me because Titanfall 2 is my favorite shooter of all time.
It's a great one. I love it.
So, whenever I just get sick of getting mixed on Call of Duty, I'm back to Titanfall 2 for me.
I like Titanfall 1. Titanfall 1 was pretty good for me, and especially since they merged the multiplayer and it was in the form of a campaign. Because as you can see from the side dialogue of what's happening, it's a campaign.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
100%, yeah.
And that was just one thing that I liked about it. It was good. You try to put something of that manner into a game like that, and it was perfect.
I agree.
Great games.
All right, and last topic before we close this episode out. What could you say or do to sell someone into getting into Call of Duty as a whole?
Oh God. As a whole. Ooh, what could I say? What could I say about that?
Say or do.
Say or do? Okay, then I will say and or do this. Listen to me. Do not get anything past 2023. Get everything before 2023, and you'll be very freaking happy with yourself. But if you want to not be frustrated with everybody in this world and act like a freaking Mongolico the entire time, just get Modern Warfare 2 2009 and go back and go along with your day.
All right. Fair. Graybeard.
Go play Titanfall 2.
Damn.
Just like that? Just
Yep,
right off
just
the
like
bat.
that.
Just
Go-
right off the bat.
Go play Titanfall 2 or Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 is fun. It's in a good place right now. I think it's good. So yeah, if you don't want to go, too tech heavy with Titanfall 2, which I think is crazy because, man, it gives me a orgasm every time I hear the term "stand by for Titanfall." Ah man, every time. So I say go play Titanfall 2 or at the very least Battlefield 6.
You know what? I take it back. Since BO1 and BO2 are back, go play those.
Even that.
Go play those.
Okay. Butters.
I think if you listened in or you're looking at these clips, we cherish a lot of these memories in the earlier Call of Duties because they really took care in their stories that they were trying to tell. And the multiplayer experience varies each and every title, but you see us talk about the missions that we experienced together. So I think if you were to get into Call of Duty, I wouldn't tell you to get any of the new ones. I would tell you to get from Call of Duty 4, which I believe is 2007, all the way up to Black Ops 2 / Modern Warfare 3, which is about maybe 6 years of Call of Duty. And just play the story mode there, play the co-op there, play the zombies there. Don't even touch the multiplayer because at that point you're comparing something that we have now, which is already decades advanced, to that, and it just won't compare. Just play the story modes that they have there because I think those, as you see, we still talk about it and cherish to this day. So there's some weight and value within the narrative that they shared there. So play the story modes.
Yeah. Yep. And the remake or the remasters for Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 are excellent.
Oh yeah, you could play the remasters
So
of that.
if you guys don't
'Cause
want
it's the
to
same thing.
go right, if you don't want to go that far back and play the older stuff, you can play the remakes or remasters, I guess, of Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare.
Yeah, still waiting for that remaster for Modern Warfare 3.
Me too. Love that one. And Keith David was in that one too.
yeah.
So-
So, but yeah,
I did like Modern Warfare 3 especially.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm still waiting for that remaster.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay.
Trust your audience.
Yeah.
Actively.
As for me, my best advice to sell you on Call of Duty is play the open beta and make your decision for yourself, because at least with the open beta, it's free. You can see whether or not if this is going to be the game for you that you're going to sit down and invest a lot of time and hours in. If not, then of course you always have more games to go through, and then of course you can also buy the physical version of the game at retail stores for a much cheaper price versus the PlayStation Store at maximum price.
mhm.
I highly recommend you get this game very, very cheap, the cheapest as you can get it, because it is not worth the price that it is currently posting out there, especially with the amount of content that they have. Sure, yeah, they could say that, we have a lot of content. We have, this, that, and the third. A lot of it is slop at the end of the day. And it's just cosmetic slop, and it really doesn't do much of anything for you. So I would say if you want to experience Call of Duty, my recommendations are Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, World War 2, and that's about it.
World at War.
I have not played World at War. That's the one
World at
call,
War,
yeah, that's
good.
the one Call of Duty game I have not experienced.
Fix it, Silver.
Well-
Fix it.
Well, I would say yes to add on as well. Actually, I did want to ask this question for myself. What did you guys think of the release of the movie, the Call of Duty movie?
There's a Call of Duty movie.
Yeah, they released
dropped a
they
trailer,
released like a
teaser
little
trailer.
poster child teaser, but they don't have any official video yet.
I'll wait
They've
till
already released that it's coming out.
I'll wait for it because I waited for that Splinter Cell movie when I was a kid. And never happened.
The Splinter Cell movie, man. I'm still waiting for the Metal Gear Solid movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. Yeah.
For me, I'll believe it when I see it. But if there is going to be a Call of Duty movie coming out, if Michael Bay's not directing it, then my interest is going to go a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Michael Bay?
Yeah, bro.
Who
I
gonna
like-
do the
look, look, look,
explosions better?
No. I will be completely honest. I like Michael Bay.
What?
I do, but I don't think he's the right one for that.
Who you want? Christopher Nolan?
Actually, he would do pretty well.
Nah, he's
he
gonna
would do
make it-
pretty good with it.
Nah, man, he's
I
gonna
need
make
my
it too
explosions.
serious.
No. This is the first one I thought. James Cameron.
James Cameron.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
but I don't think
James
he would
Cameron.
touch Call of Duty with a 10-foot pole. I think he's too above us. He's too. His nose is up here. You know what I mean?
Well, what did you guys actually think when actually Alan Richardson came out recently in an interview saying that he wants to do a Call of Duty movie, but he wants to do zombies? Let me ask you guys this: which character do you think he would be best to play?
I
I know for damn sure it's Tank Dempsey.
I wouldn't know, to be honest, because I'm not really too well versed in the actor world or the movies.
He's.
Same.
You guys ever seen Reacher?
Mm-mm.
Where would you know him from? Did you ever watch the Titans, the live action Titans
The
TV
only
show?
Or Blue Mountain State?
I've only known of the actor from that Netflix movie War Machine. That's about it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and he also wanted to play the new Batman, and
He was
The
Smallville's
DC.
Aquaman.
Mm. Oh, I know that guy. Yeah. He's an action
yeah.
star. Yeah.
you know him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in War Machine.
Yes,
He was Smallville's Aquaman.
he was. Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah,
they did like a pilot episode of Aquaman.
I think it was just to introduce him.
No, they were trying to launch a show, and they did like one episode, and it never did anything.
Oh,
And then,
Big rip.
yeah.
no, that's a big rip.
hmm
No, but I do think, I'm being completely honest, he will do a great Tank Dempsey.
Okay.
He'll have a lot of in-depth interpretation of the role because, I mean, he'll be the premise
Yeah.
Tank Dempsey. He's not going to be the Ultimus. Ultimus is way too irrational and he's just trigger happy. I think with his role, he's going to be more of the premise. The premise.
Okay.
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 I'm with it.
All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and put a bow on this episode and wrap things up.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Before we head out, before we completely close out, Chris, let people know what you're up to, where they can find you, and yeah, mic is yours.
Well, you guys can find me on my social media, Instagram. I do most of the time. I'm just keeping up in my studio, doing some photography, some content, pretty much just keeping it real like that.
All right, Graybeard. Even though you've been on before recently,
Yeah, man.
let people know.
I'm on socials. You can find me there. I try to go, I'm always trying to shout out the locals that Silver puts on here every week. So you guys should come out. Fight Night Fridays, Flynn's Arcade. You'll see us out there. Maybe not every day, but Silver's always there. Butter's always there. I try to show up as much as possible. So yeah, come out, show some love, support your locals.
All right, Butters. What about you?
Go ahead and find me on ButterPunch on anything, but mostly you'll see me active on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Definitely making content there. Almost hitting 100 subscribers.
All righty. And as for me, gentlemen, thank you guys so much for being a part of this episode for the Call of Duty cast. Greatly appreciate y'all having y'all on, and then of course giving us insight as well, like your perspectives, which I greatly respect and appreciate. So thank you guys so much.
Appreciate it, man. It was an honor.
Thanks for having me.
And that's about it, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 201 of the South Florida Gamers podcast. Big shout out to our viewers, our followers, our subscribers. Thank you guys for joining us on this episode and being a part with us. We will see you all on Thursday with a new episode. And yeah, I will catch y'all on the next one on Thursday. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.
Deuces.
Uh,
Oh my God. I gotta.
We're clear.
I'll be back. I gotta fist my ears.
I was about to say the same.